how are you?
No.
Will Ian be quitting the game and taking active part in this?
I will be getting into Roll20.
I love the non-committal there.
It helps his. It actually helps him pay attention a little bit to have something to focus. It's his. Listen, Battlefront 2 is his fidget spinner right now. Okay.
It's true. I do have the attention span of a small child.
This is fine. I have a giant Terran share cinnamon bun to eat, so I have mine too.
I also have
How-
my game's volume down
is
to
that-
11%.
How is
So
that
I can
Terran
hear you
share
just fine.
when we can't have it?
I'm eating it for you. You get to enjoy the experience of eating it with me, but you don't have to take the calories.
Listen,
I'll
I
take that
have
pun
not
for you
gotten
guys.
to the size that I am by caring about calories. Okay.
Um,
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done
Why
this.
am I so big? Oh.
I was trying to see if that would fit everybody across, but it still doesn't. God damn you guys. Not working in my perfect schemes. That still doesn't. Oh, hang on. There we go. Now my OCD can rest. Okay. We are good to start the stream. As and when.
We've been streaming for almost 2 minutes now.
Shit. Hello,
Thanks for the
ladies.
heads up, Kayla.
You said I said, are we good to start the stream? And you're like, yeah. So I did so.
Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen at home. That was my notification that we were streaming.
Wow, that was late.
Yes. Fucking. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of Knights Ordained here on the Tatars gaming server. I am the DM and host today, Floof. We have with me Kayla, who is playing Alira Branwen, Crystal, who is playing Adya Branwen, Ian, who is playing Honora Branwen, and Gumby, who is playing Antoni Branwen. It's time for the Quad Squad. Now,
Our journals are going to be super emotional and not cohesive to a quad squad. I'm just saying.
Y'all's are. Like, everybody's emotional except for Nora.
Nora doesn't care.
Nora don't give a shit. Nora misses Carol.
Nora is apparently emotionally stunted, I guess.
Ah, just like her height. Wait, no, she's not the short one. That's the other.
No, I'm tall as fuck.
Yeah,
She's
sorry.
like 6 foot.
I keep looking at the picture and for some reason thinking she's tiny.
And
That
I
sword
will
is
say,
also 6 feet.
That
sword that she has in the picture.
Floof,
Yes.
I want you to look at my token and look at the name underneath it.
Why does it say Adja? What the fuck happened to your token? Have I signed it to the wrong person?
Yeah,
Shit,
because I can't move it.
Oh, I can move it.
Not for long. Mistakes were made.
Sorry. Let me move it over by one. There you go.
Glad you pointed that out now.
Yeah, I was like, I forget what I was going to say.
Yes. Well, as we've started now, who would like to start us off with some journals? Don't
do
all
mine.
of you rush to it at once.
Yes.
I don't want to give my emotional journal. I don't like emotions.
I have my journal.
I'll do mine.
I don't like that look, Kayla.
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice. Go ahead, Ian. You wanted to go first?
Yes. So, it appears that we will in fact be going through with the plan to not kill the people who are apparently at fault with this, which I suppose is a good thing. We could have just easily killed all three of them and called it a day, gone back home victorious until eventually the whole, reports of people getting kidnapped again start up. But hey, that would be somebody else's problem, not ours. But I am glad we decided to do the right thing. Now we just have to actually do it and not die horribly painful deaths at the hands of whatever the hell that thing is. That's it.
Okay, mark down 1 inspiration point.
Hey,
Right.
do I get inspiration for just now shooting my teammate more than I did the enemy?
No, I'll take an inspiration away. Just kidding. Who would like to go next?
I guess I will.
All
Want
right.
to.
I can take it if you don't want to.
Go ahead then. Take it away.
Alright.
Oh, the brother taking the hit.
I don't
Sibling
blame
trauma.
Rivers for what happened. If one of us had actually died, that would have been a different story. But a few of us were not feeling very well after the fight with some evil plants, and I was almost killed if it had not been for my sisters. I'm so very glad to have them by my side and continue our battle. Their actions always speak volumes, and I will still wholeheartedly trust them with my life. The Morrigan still has faith in me, as I do her, and I will carve a path in her name.
I like it. Short but sweet. Mark
Yeah.
down an inspiration, Gumby.
Okay.
Mine's not short or sweet, so. Kayla's
Okay.
like, no.
Mine's not either.
Who out of the warring sisters wishes to go first? We're barely
I'll go
5
for it.
sessions in, and there's already a crack forming in the quad squad.
Beauty before
I'll go.
age.
Fine, I'll go first. um. So I was nearly eaten today, twice. First time was by an ambush of alligators. The second, an ambush of carnivorous plants. It's hard to describe how that feels. You know, you get caught up in the moment, adrenaline, fight or flight. It's really a rush. Though, in my experience, a rush followed by a hard crash of near death. And at the end of the day, I barely. At the end of the day, I barely could stand. Still, I cast my alarms and resummoned Maddox. He was mad at me, too. Normally, I'd beg for his forgiveness and bribe him with food, but I just don't have the energy. I'm too tired to fight Alira. I don't understand how she can experience all this and still hold on to her anger. If it's that important, why isn't she talking about it? I've recalled our conversation on this adventure quite a few times. It's not hard to see when she got upset. But now I just don't care. She's been a vindictive child with her snide comments and silent treatment. I get it. She's hurt and she wants me to see she's hurt. But for whatever reason, she can't just say it. She has to hurt back. But we're not kids anymore. I'm not going to run crying to Honora or Antonia. It's just my luck after Evan grows out of bullying me, Alira grows into it. Evan. Is it weird that I miss you? And then she does what she always does, and she rips that journal out and puts it on the fire to burn. And then she goes back to writing, you know, her scholarly notes.
I think it's more psychic damage than fire damage, Ploof.
Very nice, Adja, very nice. Please take your inspiration point.
Okay. Thank you.
Alira, last person on the list, but definitely not least. Please give us your journal. Let's hear from the other side.
Least. We'll see after this post. I feel like I am always to be the odd one out with my siblings. I'll always be the one they left behind, the one that stayed. My thoughts and opinions are not as valid because I haven't traveled and seen all that they have seen. It bothered me when Addie became offended that I accused her of being too emotional. Intelligence does not make us unfeeling things, and fear is a strong emotion. I think it bothered me how easy she brushed away any suggestion from me. Because she is the smartest of us, she must know best. It is not lost on me that when Addie learned of the sister hags that I was the last to be woken, both Tony and Nora were ready to go. What I think and what I have opinions on does not matter to her. With Tony, I'm more cautious. He is Raven obsessed. He has faith, but has strayed away from Arwen, or Aran, whatever. He finds comfort in something else, and I mourn the loss of the bond that we could have had in a shared faith. I mourn the loss in all our shared faith. As Tegan said in the days after each of them left, I don't have what it takes to be a cleric of Aran if I could not keep those close to me on the path. I pray every night to Aran to keep Honora and Antoni and Adia safe, even though they have gone far from his teachings. To keep them safe because I have faith, and I haven't strayed, and they matter the most to me. For now, I shall move past what has happened and deal with this hag.
Sorry
This is
about
more
that.
emotion. This is more emotion than I signed up for.
Hey, you said you
All right.
wanted big siblings. This is siblings. Do you have a sister? You don't understand if you don't have a sister. This is
You're right.
real
I
shit.
don't understand. I don't have a sister.
Me and Kayla
This
have
is
sisters,
sisters.
and we know what we're doing.
Yes, this is sisters.
I mean, I'm not
Very much
close
sisters.
with my siblings, so
I'm not close with mine either, but like there was times when I was, and I was close, and then distance and bullshit. Very similar to this
Mhm.
avenue of what we're doing.
Well, Alira, that was very good. Very nice. Thank you. Take an inspiration point. Okay, so.
Are you
now
trying
we've
not
got-
to cry?
Aw. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now we've had the journals over and done with. Would anybody like to provide a brief, solid recap of what happened last session before we continue into the next session?
Evil plants,
Just
yo.
Evil plants, yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, my character almost got ate twice, and that was like not an exaggeration whatsoever.
This is true. There was a lot of eating of Adya.
Wasn't my character in the plant like 3 times? Not a pissing contest, but I was just
you
trying to
got
remember.
pulled out of one, and then you got pulled out of one by your sister, only to be eaten the next turn. And the same thing happened, only to happen a third time.
It was the same plant too. It was just
Yeah.
So in a
But each
quest,
time you-
in a quest to retrieve a certain plant that'll make the sister hags fall asleep for like a week, we traveled. We got attacked by crocodiles. We finally made it through the plant space, and they got eaten by actual real life man-eating plants, which we killed and brought back.
not forget about the horrible alligators.
I said crocodiles.
I want the giant one.
They're still crocodile.
He's
We made it back to Sylvania. She's made the potion. We're gonna go check up with them in the morning to see if the potion worked. And then we're gonna go after this Anna's hag.
Excellent. Very nice. That is indeed what happened. And so we start our journey for today waking up in the morning after resting the night by the hut in the woods where your friend Sylvana lives. Rivers wakes up in the morning with you. He has some eggs going ready, although he's learning to wait for Honora because she makes food better.
I don't just heat up the rations. I actually make food.
Oh, what's that? Seasoning? Never heard of her.
Never seasoning. She sounds like a nice gal.
I think I met Seasoning once in one of the great cities. It was about 3 copper for the night.
Just wait till we get later in the game when I have create food and water.
Yeah, fucking.
That's bland and tasteless.
Yeah,
No, you can make it better. You have spices to last you 10 years.
pretty much.
I mean, spices generally enhance natural flavoring that's already there.
Yeah.
It's only bland because you don't believe.
It's only bland because your god sucks.
my faith sustains my taste buds.
Lord.
If giving up Iran meant that I didn't have to eat this garbage food, then I think it was a good choice.
Okay. Okay. So at
The
one
tea is
point during
hot.
the morning,
Jeez.
yeah, I'm trying to like move past that hot tea. At one point in the morning, preferably probably like while we're all eating breakfast together, um, Adia would like to like ask you guys for your weapons for like 30 minutes.
Pull my hammer closer.
I'm gonna give it back.
What do
Okay,
you?
fine.
I think I can do something that might could like help with the fact that we all have mundane weapons, and I just want to give it a shot and see if it works before we go out.
Okay.
And I'll place all three weapons as close as I can, kind of like in a circle. Do like kind of like a going FMA here of like transmutator circle around them, and spend 30 minutes. I'll like grab a couple of like loose dirt or stuff that I have in my pockets that is like I feel like is missing for the iron to turn to silver, and I'll like coat it on the weapons, and they should be silvered, hopefully. Okay, I'll be like, not gonna pick up that one looking at Nora's sword that's bigger than her, because I can't. But it's only gonna last for about an hour, but it's silvered, and I believe it is at least. You can check it out, see if it affects your swing or anything like that. I don't want to make it worse. If it seems kosher for you guys, if we have time, I can possibly prepare this for the battle. I don't know if it's going to be effective, but it's better than just plain weapons against a night hag, I believe.
Anis hag.
Annis hag, excuse me. Couldn't remember what it was called.
No worries. Yeah, you guys all see that Adya has managed to completely coat the outsides of your weapons, including, strangely, the handles, in silver. But it doesn't seem to have affected the swing too much. They're a little bit lighter. But besides from that, they seem solid enough.
Does it still have the same impact, even though it's lighter? I say as I smack the nearest branch.
You managed to absolutely shatter that
Alright, it seems good.
branch, snapping it apart with your normal, brutality. Wait, hang on, did I say it was lighter? I meant to say it was heavier.
Oh.
Oh,
It's ever so slightly heavier.
I think I had a dream last night, and I think my fist might be a little less mundane today.
Your what might be a little bit less mundane? Sorry?
My fist.
Your fist. Ah, okay. See. Rivers gives you a
Just
kind
got
of an
the
odd
magic
look.
hands.
It's like, okay. Well, if you lot are all ready and prepared, I suppose we should head out and find out whatever it is we're meant to be doing out here.
Shall we check to see if the plan has succeeded?
Sylvania did want us to stop by before we left,
No
just
point
to
heading
touch
out
base.
if the hags are not asleep.
Yeah. After we pack up, we go talk to what's her face.
Unless you want to do that alone? I mean, I want to come. So,
I mean, there's no reason for me to do that alone. She'll be happy to see all you guys.
don't forget your cat.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can't control my cat.
Oh,
Actually.
hang on. 1 second. Maddox.
Yay, I can control my cat now.
Honora's like, I'm staying here.
Honora!
I'm coming. Jesus. I mean, wait, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, no, he is a presence in this world, but your upbringing wouldn't have taught you about
I
Christianity.
thought you said that there were no
there's no
monotheistic
monotheistic.
gods.
Yes,
There's the
no monotheistic gods. I
Crusades.
do remember that. Yes.
Keep
There's,
your world building straight, Floof.
Hey, I've got so many.
except for the
So
one
much more
god
to
that the Crusades are all about.
Yeah. Right. There we go.
Do we-
No monotheistic gods, except for when I need some Deus Vault up in here.
Pretty much. Deus Vault?
So do we see sleeping hags anywhere about?
You don't see any sleeping hags from where you are, no.
I hope they're not sleeping in the water. Can they breathe underwater?
I mean, I don't see why they couldn't. They spend a lot of time in the water. They were in the water the entire time that first day we talked to her. Either they can breathe underwater or they can hold their breath for a real long time.
I go to knock on the door.
Gently, they might be sleeping.
You knock on the door. You give it a few moments, and then you hear some light footsteps rumbling over, coming over, and Savannah comes to the door and opens the top hatch a little bit and sort of looks out and says, hello, yes,
Good morning.
good morning.
Just came to check up on you and your sisters.
Oh, yes, they both came up. I prepared to do this last night, and they both ate it. So hopefully they should be sleeping off in the pond for the next week or so.
Should be, so there's no guarantee.
Can we look over at the pond and see if we see him?
Odi, you can roll me a perception check. And she kind of looks down at you and says, "Well, it's not exactly a science. I mean, it should work, and it has worked in the past, but who knows? There's a first time for everything."
Is there any way my cat can give me the help action since he's kind of on the rock?
Sure, your cat can have a look as well. You can
I am
take the help.
going to use that. I don't even need it.
Yeah, so you actually do see, sort of curled around the base of this tree, is
Mhm.
one of the hags. Hang on, let me just. She's kind of in the water. You can see her nestled amongst the roots, and she does seem to be asleep. You can't spot the other one though.
Bobbing up and down, passed out in the water.
No, they're
She's
curled
just-
up against the bottom.
She's probably
bit.
just starfishing somewhere over here.
Yeah, you can see one of them wrapped around that tree.
Cool.
Well, we'll be off.
Okay, thank you for checking in. I hope you do good.
I hope this helps.
If you can free my sisters from their curse, it really will help. Thank you so much for trying this for me. For us.
I just nod and back away.
She kind of leans out and gives a wave to the others that weren't at the door.
Can't wait
Hi.
to meet your sister when I get back. And
I'm sure they'll
Morning.
be happy to meet you, maybe.
hopefully.
Okay. So yes, you guys all go back to camp, pack up your things, and I assume depart.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthony, you get back to camp, and Griff kind of comes up to you and sort of rubs his head against your side and bumps into you. And as his head bumps against yours, you hear his voice in your head go, "It's been a long time.
Oh no.
What are we doing today?"
Just follow along, my friend.
Okay. And
So we
there's
got
like,
sassy and dopey.
yeah, collecting animal companions. Now I just need to assign one to Geralt.
Oh, Geralt's not here, so.
Geralt literally just sounds like Geralt from Witcher.
Grumpy, okay.
Grumpy, okay.
I
All right,
hate
so
dwarves.
you guys gather up your stuff and you'll depart out into the forest in the general direction that you were told the hag had travelled. So further away from the swamp town of Littlewater.
Before we leave, and maybe like I don't know if Honora could even help me with this, but I wanted to look at the map and just to see if I thought that there was anything from what I've like drawn up that seems like, oh, this is a good place to stop for, a hag of the swamps or something. Like I don't know if like something not exactly like this cost, but something similar. Or
Uh,
like
Sure, you can make me an intelligence check as you roll over it. If somebody would like to assist, they can.
On what was it?
looking at this, I don't know if any of you guys would like anybody that's good with terrain and stuff maybe would help me.
Yeah, anybody that's trained in survival or cartographers
That would
would
be
be able
me.
to assist. So Honora would be able to assist you with this.
Coo.
Okay. So 22. Looking in sort of the general area, you're focusing your area into you're searching one direction. You see there are several bits where the land dries out a bit, and not too much further than those, the swamp actually starts coming to an end and turning more into forested terrain. You notice amongst the swampy areas, there's a couple of collapsed, what looks like ruined buildings, or like very old, ancient stone buildings, rubble basically at this point, because of the whole topographical map you got given that showed everything. You notice that there's one. Yeah, you notice that there's a small collection of them, sort of on the border of the swamp and the forest. There's also a large, almost lake, not a lake, but like large pond, not quite a lake. That's a bit further south than all of that. It'd probably take you a couple of days to reach.
Mhm.
So those are kind of your options. You got the drier areas in the actual swamp itself, the ruined buildings, or the complete ruins, the slightly less ruined building, and then the lake. And that's what you think are the sort of
ahead,
potential
sorry.
areas.
I'll point them out to the group as a whole and ask for their opinion. Drier areas is also towards the outskirts of the swamp, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't have any like academic reason to believe that they would not be there, but it just seems odd for a hag to want to be on the outskirts of the swamp.
So if I do like, no, that didn't work. So if you guys are roughly where that X is, you've got like, this would be sort of the border when it actually draws, where it starts going from swamp to forest. You've got like dry patch, dry patch, dry patch, ruin, ruin, bigger ruin.
I'm so interested in that.
Oh, Eddie, your art skills are superb.
And then
Do
kind
not
of
I
say
rolled a
that.
six.
I
I
did
rolled a
not say
16.
that.
No, you rolled a 22. There you go. But yeah,
What's
like
the blue thing?
blue thing is
lake-
the pond. The
Ooh.
pond
Lake
lake.
pond thing.
So that's kind of what you're given. You reckon with your knowledge that to get to the border, to get from here to here, would take you about 2 days of travel. You might be able to push for this one in a day.
Hmm.
And again, 2 days to the lake. That's sort of a 2-day journey. to any of these main lines, or a day to one of these dry bits.
I mean, I would say the goal is just to get to a dry bit so we can bed down somewhere not wet.
Yeah.
But do you guys have any thoughts on like what would be a better goal to go towards?
I would agree with going towards the dry spot, but we're probably gonna run into something along the way. But we don't know what's ahead, so it'd just be, you know. Do you see any other like hazards along the way, like, or did she mark gators on the map, or?
Gators are just like just the entire thing is circled with gators question mark.
Pretty much. It's just like circles, gators, monsters, death? Question mark?
Other than it being a yucky, gummy, wet area, a big reason people don't like living in the swamp is because of the potential dangers. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just generally comes with it being a swamp.
you said the green was ruined buildings and the pink was or magenta was like an actual ruin, like a set of ruins or whatever.
Yeah, like the green are like, you know, really ruined. There's like you can see bits of walls sticking out and like maybe the odd pillar and stuff. Like a building was once here, and the purple is a building is still here.
So I am so curious. Like I want to go in that direction just because she's telling you guys this.
Where's our goal to be at?
We don't know exactly. That's when she's kind of asking you guys if y'all have any opinions of like obviously like the 1 day trip probably just to the dry area and it will get us closer to everywhere. But do y'all think
Yeah.
that we should go towards the lake? Do you think we should go towards the ruined buildings or the still kind of fortified ruin? She's leaning on that just because kind of civilization in the middle of a swamp. That's a mystery. She's into that.
Yeah.
Water's just water. She don't care. But if you guys think a water, like a giant pond, would be a place where because also the ruined building is on the edge where it becomes a forest, so we're out of the swamp area. So
I think the water might be a good place to start because our sisters come by water.
I was
Maybe we
afraid you
should
were gonna say that.
follow the river or the water.
Every time you say river, River kind of looks up, wonders, and then goes back to what he's doing.
There isn't any major waterways that feed into the pond, is there?
Uh, yeah, there's like, yeah, there's like that. There's like a stream up. Come on, like that way, and then like down there.
Okay.
And there's also, hang on, checking the notes. There's actually another tributary that goes down like that in the forested area.
What about the water from the hill where Sylvania lives?
Oh, that's quite a way away, and it just feeds generally into the swamp.
Okay.
That's a stream that just kind of feeds all of the swampy area.
I think we should head towards that big ruin.
One towards the big ruin, one towards the lake. I will point out that if we go to the ruin, we can follow the river down to the lake. And I like ruins.
And if anything, if they are hags and they go through the water or whatever they do, they could follow the river down and then go to where we were. So. Or wherever they were going.
So, the decision. What is being said? You
I
are
think-
deciding on the ruin?
I think what we're deciding on for the first day for sure is the
The
dry
dry one.
spot.
Okay.
Just because it's going to take us at least a day to get there. So, probably just making that path first, and I guess maybe thinking about from there. Maybe we'll get a trail about maybe there'll be a hag trail or something. By the time we get to the dry area, so it might change our minds.
Okay. I like it. I like it. So you guys start heading out towards the dry areas as a path towards further onwards. Oh,
No, you're fine.
I do take hold of my amulet, give a little prayer, and cast aid on my siblings.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I've probably spelled that wrong.
Artichoke.
It's better be
Artichoke.
okie dokie artichoke.
Oh no.
Artichoke.
Artichoke.
He has an
Coca.
intelligence of 6.
Uh-huh.
Arda la cucaracha.
Poor Griff. I regret nothing. So yes, you start heading out along the day, and would somebody like to do the first D100 roll for me, please?
I'll do it.
Yeah, I don't like being the arbiter of our doom.
Doom, what are you talking about?
So we all get 5 extra hit points.
42.
Yeah, your max hit points increases by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Okay.
So it's not like temp HP. So like if you lose them and I heal you, you go back up to what this gives you.
Oh, nice.
So now I'm at 40.
Okay. No, not that. Not that table. This table.
Oh, I forgot my drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. No. Okay, not throwing that at you guys. Not today. Let's not meet the swamp dragon.
Yeah. I mean, if Crystal here, she'd be like dragon, but no.
No, that's not the right. That's not the right level. That's the level 15, not the level 4.
No.
Okay. 42. So that's that one, which is. Come on, load. Okay. As you are going along,
Gather around the camp.
and Nora,
What?
I would like you to roll me a perception check as you are looking around.
Oh, okay.
Why did Griff roll a 1d4?
That's just the DM.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's me. I forgot to change back after RPing as Griff.
Who the fuck is
And
Griff?
everybody else roll me a perception check.
Griff
Who the
is
fuck is Griff?
Griff is Tony's moose.
Yes.
The fine steed.
Yeah.
Perception.
12. Okay, everybody else can roll me perception with disadvantage.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
Why?
Where's my persuade? That's persuasion. Perception.
I'll have to persuade the universe to tell me
Okay.
what I'm supposed to be seeing.
Nope, everything goes fine.
Everything's
No.
fine. Everything's fine.
Why do we
So
have
that's the first 2
disadvantage?
hours. First 2 hours of travel. Everybody, somebody else, pick me another D100, please.
Pick me. Okay.
Did my moose see
17.
anything?
17. Okay.
No, probably not.
Roll me a D100, please, somebody.
I'll do it.
30.
For this, I'm like, roll low, roll low, roll low.
Interesting.
He actually changes the chart each session.
Oh,
so
you missed it. He almost threw a swamp dragon at us, and then he realized he was in the wrong tables.
Yeah,
what?
I was looking at the level like 14, 15 table instead of level 4, 5 table.
I'm just okay. Can we talk about the swamp dragon for a second?
Told you. Told you. I was gonna say, oh, Crystal's missing this. First, she'd be like, dragon?
Okay.
Also, if you hear clicking on my side, I'm sorry. I am playing with my fidget cube.
That's fine. So
all
you
good.
is that one. Okay, so you rolled 30, which brings a
Good thing, I hope.
Magical
hang
unicorn
on.
that blessed. Oh,
Hang on.
A Baylor.
shut up.
Okay, that means
It's gonna be 8 creatures. Ooh!
okay.
Yes.
No!
Okay.
Stop rolling
What the
things.
Is that
Stop making
What?
these okay. Like,
Okay.
I think he's just rolling to fuck with us now.
okay, so
We're
Adya,
fucked.
this time roll me a perception check.
hey,
Okay, as you are sort of guiding the group with Honora, marking out the path through the swamp that you have picked, you think you notice something glinting in a tree not too far from the path.
You know she's not gonna be able to resist it. It's a fucking halfling.
I'm not a halfling.
No, it's not food.
I'm an intellectual that likes a good mystery. Okay, okay. How far away is it? I think.
It's about 50, 60 feet away. It would be over some really difficult terrain. It looks like
Uh-huh.
it's quite thick swamp to get there, but like manageable.
I got a moose. It's okay.
Hey guys. I'm just sort of kind of trailing off towards it. Hey guys.
You can't trail off to it if we're following you.
Yeah, you're in the lead.
Well, Honora's also leading, so Honora knows that I'm going off the path.
Hell, what the fuck? What is it?
Look! And I point and I'm like edging that way.
You point and you see what appears to be a tree that seems to have been struck by lightning at some point, and it is burnt and cracked and open, and you can sort of see something glinting in one of the small cracks.
It looks like a
A
tree that's been struck by lightning as
Is
of
it
recently.
a hag?
I'm like I'm still itching closer. I don't know, that's why I want to figure out. And
I
I'm
don't
still like,
think it's a hag.
Did you just
So?
say you went off towards it?
yeah,
You set off running?
not running. I'm like walking that way. I'm not trying to like outrun them, but I am like,
You have turned and now essentially moved 30 feet towards it for your 6-second round.
yep.
Okay. How do the rest of you react?
Oh, great. Well, I'd be following her.
And at this point, hello. Everybody
Roll
could quickly roll
initiative.
me initiative.
I'm sorry, guys. I am.
You and your
She's
flaws,
not.
man.
Hey, I'm trying to try new things, okay?
Where's my character?
Smart me would have ignored it. Like smart me as in street smart me.
Oh, I got an 18.
Damn. The cleric and the paladin going fast. Adya? Okay. So Adya got essentially a free turn in before the rest of it. Alira, you notice your sister has turned and has walked 30 feet directly off the path into some heavy bog. What would you like to do? drawn in by something in a tree.
I'm going to Eyes of the Grave.
Okay, can you pop the ability for me? Okay. Need to look something. Okay, you don't seem to pick anything out. Does it last for a certain amount of time, or is it a one-off? It's a one-off.
I think it's a
Oh
one-off.
no, until the end of your next turn.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I will move with her, but I just say, if you get dead, I'm banishing your ghost. I'm just saying.
Bold of you to assume I don't have a backup plan.
And Tony, two of your sisters have just diverted off into the bog. What are you doing? Are you
My
following them
stomach
in your
feels
heavy armor?
queasy.
Yes, I'd be I'd be following along right with them. Am I on Griff?
Are you on Griff?
Yes.
Okay, then yes, you are on Griff, and Griff is pulling his way through this muck and bog.
Yeah.
Did everyone take their 5 hit points from
Yes.
Ace?
Mhm.
Adya, you're about 30 feet away from this now.
It just looks like a weird glint inside the tree. That's all it looks. There's not like a. I can't make a check to be like, do I think this is like a magical thing or a creature thing or, just a weird tree?
You can make me another perception check to see what you can spot.
Okay. It's probably not gonna be as good. Ooh, I knew it. Yeah, I'm just going closer to it because I can't quite see what it is, and I just want to know what it is.
Okay. So you're going up to it
Yep.
directly? You
Yep.
think you can see something a bit high up. It's too far out of your reach for you to be able to reach it without, getting onto the tree a bit and reaching. You going to try to get it?
Yep.
Why don't you send your
Okay.
cat?
I'm going to actually
I'll grab it. If you'll let me, but
I'm not gonna send my cat. I'll look back at I'll go to reach for it and then hear what Alir says and I'll turn around and I'll wait for someone taller.
You see, your cat has not followed you across the bog. He is not impressed with you.
I mean, she could snap him to it.
True, but
I try to
just so
stay
you
in
know,
his good graces.
Maddox is standing on the relatively dry area.
He's
Okay,
being a
Honora.
cat.
Honora, your siblings have all departed off of the road. Rivers and Maddox are sort of standing there watching, like, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing?
I guess I'm just trying to keep pace with Adia.
So you are going to attempt to keep pace with Adia. You make 30 feet towards the area. So you're about level with Alira and Antoni, and Adia is a little bit ahead of you. Alira, your sister has reached the tree but has not yet, touched it or anything. She seems to be waiting for someone.
I will move closer. Can I perceive what might be?
Yeah, you can attempt to see what you can see. Okay. There's some strange glowing. It's almost like an orb or something that's glowing with a faint, fire flickering off the top. It's white with tinges of blue. seems to be sitting there. Just slightly out of reach.
Did my Eyes of the Grave ping anything as I move closer?
It did not.
Adia, I think it's just better to leave things alone.
What is it?
I describe it to her.
You hear the description. As to say, it's a faint sort of glowing ball with some. It seems like fire flickering off of it.
Some things are made to be shiny, to lure. We're in the middle of a swamp.
She just okay. Okay.
Okay. Are you keeping up with her? You know, catching up with her at the thing? I
Yeah.
forgot. Did you say that? You are. Okay. Okay. Let me just. You guys. Okay. And Tony. Your sisters have both reached the tree. They seem to be waiting. What would you like to
Okay.
do?
Well, I'd like to catch up to them next to the tree,
Okay.
and
You and Griff move up, and with your height on Griff plus your natural bodily height, you can see the glowing, faintly glowing orb. It's about the size of your two fists sort of joint together, and it seems to be giving off, as I say, sort of spectral blue and white flames.
is it like attached to a cord, or is it like look like it's on a necklace type thing? Or?
Doesn't seem to be attached to anything. Just seems to be sort of be floating or resting on the tree.
I look down to Lyra and Adia. Do we want this, or are we leaving?
Want isn't the question, it's do we need it? If you feel like you don't want to grab it, don't grab it. I'm not gonna like force you not to grab it though. Alir thinks we shouldn't.
I just worry, what if it does us harm? Can you detect evil today?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm gonna use my divine sense to see if there's any
Well, you have.
celestial fiend or do you mean detect evil and good?
I think that's what she was talking about.
No, I don't have that on right now.
Okay, your divine sense does not ping back anything at this point.
So it's not celestial or fiend either.
Well, we know the hag's not here.
Yeah.
You know, some hags can be fey. The fuck is that, Ian? I love it. Was that a swamp dragon? Okay, going back.
Alright,
Adia,
I'm gonna touch it. Okay.
Oh. you touch it. Do you reach
Yeah,
out and grasp it?
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay. Antonio, you reach out and you grab it, and then you find your hand stuck to it, and you kind of try and pull it back, and it resists.
It's a fucking mimic! I swear
And
to
then this-
fucking God!
Essentially, like this. Let me just pops out.
Ugh!
It's a broken image. Hold on.
Ah.
It's a corpse mimic? They
Oh,
absolutely
great.
fuck! I fucking told you so!
Hey, I did not sway him one way or the other. He made the decision. This isn't my fault. Completely.
No, but I was just about to be like, you know what? Let's. And then I'm just like, just gonna shut up.
Give me uno memento.
How did we
If
not see the
Antonia
car?
had walked away, Adia was totally going to walk away. Just saying. Much to her. Oh my god, this thing was so scary. What the fuck?
It rears up, and as it pulls up, Anthony, I need an athletics check. No, just a straight strength check to see if you get picked up and flung around by
Straight strength or saving
just
throw?
strength for saving throw. Big oofs, F's in
Oof.
chats, ladies and gentlemen.
No, don't say that!
You are lifted from Griff's back and sort of flailed through the air, and it starts pulling you down into the center mouth, where it will get a free bite attack on you as you are surprised, which will deal.
Don't do this to me.
Okay, a 19 to hit.
That misses.
It misses. Okay. It grasps around your body, and you can feel these large teeth attempting to sink in, but your plate mail is not plate mail. Your heavy armor is stopping it. However, you are now grappled by its adhesive form. Its adhesive form and restrained.
I keep getting eaten by fuckboys. Okay.
I was really hoping to catch Adu with this, honestly, but she's
I would
learning.
have been dead! I would have been
Yeah.
dead!
She's learning. With that, hang on, let me roll its initiative up. No, what? Why wouldn't it?
Our initiative is on the other page.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck. All right, that's annoying.
We can just re-roll, and
Yeah,
we know what
re-roll and
order.
I'll put it in.
Yeah, we know what
Yeah.
order we were in.
So, Anthony, you had an 18.
I had a 20.
I think I had 11, right?
You had an 11, yes.
And Honora had a 9.
Yes.
You want to re-roll initiative? General Grievous is right behind you.
Oh god, well, that's perception. That's not initiative. Then mine was 9.
In fact, it was in between Adia and Honora's turn anyway.
Yes, so it is. So it manages to bite and engulf you. So it was Antony's turn because Antony was doing stuff. So it is now its turn.
Oh, great.
So once again, it is going to attempt to munch down on you. No, that's the wrong sheet.
I'm not your food.
But it likes canned goods.
Fuck off.
Come on, roll 20. Do, 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 do. A 22 to hit,
Yep, that hit.
dealing 5 points of piercing damage and 5 points of acid damage.
Does the piercing get reduced from my...
The piercing does get reduced, the acid does not.
Did you already reduce it?
No, that wasn't already reduced.
Okay, so...
Okay. And then, Adja, as you were the first one to approach it, one of its large tentacles is going to whip out its pseudopod
Wait,
for a
where's my health?
15. Actually, she's not even there.
A 15 hits. Pretty sure 15 hits.
Adja, does a 15 hit you?
Fuck.
Yeah, you didn't say mage armor.
I didn't say mage armor. But I used my reaction for shield.
Okay, use your reaction for shield, and there's this dark brown, sort of bramble-looking tentacle whips out from its side towards you. It strikes against your shield and pushes it towards you, but you hold it back with your spell, and it does not land a hit. However, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'll
Oh shit, hang on, I need to do a thing. Like, keep going, but like I need to write something down real quick.
I am going to attempt to shocking grasp it, and yeah, haha.
Can we say that Antony is like attached to the thing?
Yeah, Antony is full on being sort of waved around like a party flyer now, and every so often it gets sort of dropped down into his mouth and crunched before being pulled out.
Does it look like he can attack with a sword or whatever weapon he has?
He would be able to use his mace, yes. However, well, actually, it depends. Antony, what hand did you use to grab the thing?
My left
Your right
hand.
or left? Your left, so you don't have access to your shield at the moment.
Oof.
Please remember that while dealing with AC.
Oh.
Yeah, he has his warhammer in one hand, prepared to use it.
Wait, you had to leave in an hour and 2? Fuck.
Wait, people have to leave? I know Ian did, but does Gumby have to? Or...
Oh shit.
Rip.
Oops, rip. Crystal.
So this fight didn't happen.
I've got an hour, so hopefully we'll get it wrapped up pretty quick.
Okay, yeah.
I thought that was supposed to affect my.
So you're going to reach out and attempt shopping grass. This is touch. Okay, you fail to grasp it. However, no, well, as you are chanting the spell, you lose the ability, like, you just lose focus on the spell because of this flailing, and you put your hand out and you touch it, but the shocking grasp doesn't come, and instead you kind of try to pull your hand back, but it feels like you've put it into glue, and it is stuck now to the trunk of this thing, and you are now grappled by its body. You would have to make an attempt an escape action as an action on your next turn if you would like.
Yep.
Any bonus actions?
Well, that went fucking horrible, she says, and that's the end of her turn.
Anora, you are 40 feet away from this thing.
Cool. I guess I'll move 30 and with my gun shoot the fucking thing.
Whip out your blunderbuss, and not a blunderbuss, your aquabus.
And miss.
Off to the side.
Yeah.
It's rapidly flailing form avoiding you.
Shit. And then she'll just like use like the rest of her the stuff on her turn to like switch out her weapons to get ready to move into melee.
Okay. Alira, your brother has been grappled and flung around. Your sister is stuck to his trunk. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna attempt to back up a bit. Okay. Seeing that nothing's happened.
No.
I'm going to
Nothing's happened yet.
Okay. I'm going to guiding bolt. Actually, no.
Okay.
Fuck. No. That was my first plan. Second plan is to channel divinity, path to the grave, and hope that the next person who hits deals a lot of fucking damage.
Next time you're an ally hits a cursed creature attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. Very nice. Very
What does
nice.
vulnerability do?
Means it's double.
Double damage.
Ah, yes. Okay.
And as bonus action, I'm gonna have spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon.
So that's
Then you're like there.
And hopefully, since it's spiritual, it won't get stuck. I don't know. But that's 17 for 9 force damage.
Okay, 9.
Oh, that would be
force.
me hitting. Shit. So that's 18 force damage.
18 force damage.
You could say you did it the other way around, I bet.
I
if you wanted
I
to.
would accept that if you would
I
like.
did do that.
If you would like to say you did that, I will accept that.
Can I please do that?
Yes, you can. You hit it with the spiritual weapon first, and then do the action to cast thingy on it. Your
Ah,
channel
great.
divinity. And Tony, you are being rapidly flung around side to side, but you still have your warhammer in hand. What would you like to do?
I'd like to smack it with my warhammer.
Do it. Roll it with disadvantage.
Alright.
18 definitely hits.
And I'd like to divine smite it at a 2nd level.
Oh boy! Roll that damage! 3d8. Oh yeah! So you deal 22 points of bludgeoning damage and 28 points of radiant damage, and in a single explosive strike, shatter this thing in half, causing its gunky, sticky mass to sort of explode outwards and downwards across the area. All of you now have this vile gunk sticking to you from your waist down, and it is somewhat difficult to move. But your brother just deleted that mimic. It's a good combination. I like the wham bam combination.
I'm so glad you used that ability.
I forgot that you have smite, so I was just like, hopefully he can do a lot of damage. And it's like, 22 is good. And you're like, divine smite, yes, fucking yes.
28. Very
Especially
nice.
since
Yes.
the warhammer has kind of been silvered, so magical, all that
Oh, yeah.
jazz.
Yeah, that single hit did almost enough damage to have killed it from full.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Literally, it was like 3 points higher than it needed. It had 3 more
So
hit points.
my
than you did
spiritual
damage.
weapon.
Yes, your
did some
spiritual
stuff.
weapon meant he killed it.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, that was that's what you find. And Tony, you get dropped into a massive, ruined and destroyed and erupted internal organs. Lots of teeth scatter around you, and some other various bits.
I sit up and scream at the glory of battle.
So maybe this is a lesson that not everything shiny is good and needs to be checked out.
Yeah, you're totally right. She investigates the corpse.
And Tony, as you scream out for the glory of battle, you actually hear a faint cawing, and in the very distance you see something flap across the background. Alira, you inside the corpse, and you're pretty sure it's a corpse.
You just insult me.
No, I incited Adia.
Oh,
She was like,
okay.
yeah, totally. And then she immediately ran to go, check out the corpse. So.
Your sister has learnt nothing.
Yes, I know. It's a constant battle.
Yes. Adia, roll me investigation if you'd like to search this mass.
Yeah, Does anybody want? Is Antonia, like investigating too, or is he still just like ah?
No, I'll be searching after I wipe my mask off. My helmet off.
Honora just like comes up to Anthony and is just like, you really need to stop being eaten.
You're not wrong.
Like this
It
is a
gets me
really
close,
bad
though.
habit you've picked up.
But
that you need
he
to just
too
stop right
is shiny and cannot be resisted.
now.
Oh no, his head's gonna get big now.
Adya, while you are investigating, you find several small pouches that seem to have yet to have been fully dissolved. They must have been fairly recent. And amongst the pouches, you find a total of 14 copper,
Mm-hmm.
17 silver,
Mm-hmm.
12 gold,
Mm-hmm.
and what appears to be a noble signet ring.
Ooh. Horribly corroded.
No, still seemingly untouched by the corrosion.
Detect magic.
Let's get back onto dry land first.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end of the day. Then she'll remember. Oh yeah, mage armor. So she'll tug on her braces, and that is the
Alera
person that made me
physically face palms.
Let's see here. She looks at the money, and then looks at Antonia, and is like, I mean, Victor the spoils, right?
Right.
And she kind of like hands the money. She holds onto the ring because she's just curious, but she hands him the money. It's 14 copper, 17 silver, 12 gold.
12. Okay.
You're welcome.
How much silver did you say?
17.
Okay.
Yeah, Alera
Yes,
just
thank you.
does this well, you're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
How could we? I would like a visual representation of your divine, whatever it's called, channel divinity.
She
Might-
prayed really hard.
Like we actually see.
Yeah,
a
so it's
physical-
like there probably was some sort of mark on the creature that appears.
The creature was essentially wrapped in a faint rolling mist that seemed to float around it from the base and come up, which almost gave you like a targeting thing where you
Like
hit it
the
with your hammer.
Like the fogs of River Styx.
Yes. Yes, the fogs of the river Styx. And there was a faint sound of two coins clinking against each other when the strike landed.
Like the
As if,
paying the ferryman.
yes.
I like the fact that it's basically the Welsh Hades.
Essentially. Yes, you complete it and you return back to the road. I imagine there's some prestidigitation to clean yourselves off before you start heading onwards. Okay. You guys, that was the third and fourth hour. You have about 4 more hours of travel, so I'm going to need one more D100 from either Antoni or Honora.
I got it.
Ooh.
54. I don't know if that's something that's going to work on this path. Okay, so nothing seems to happen over the next hour. Next 2 hours seem to go past without any real trouble. Another 2 hours will go though, so Honora, you are the one rolling this dice.
Did me.
It you.
I'm a roll.
D100.
D100.
Yeah.
78.
2 red dragons.
No, swamp dragons.
Sitting in a hot tub.
30 feet apart because they're gargantuan. I imagine that a hot tub for a red dragon is literally just the caldera of a volcano.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Becky, feel.
Oh my god, Becky.
Okay. This time, you start approaching a faint, small group of trees. And as you look at them, you realize that one tree in the middle is much larger, much older seeming than the others.
I chop it down.
Your initial course is heading basically straight through this corpse of trees. Are you going to continue?
No.
No, you're going to
We just
skirt
got
around
done.
the area?
We just got done fighting a mimic tree.
I thought you said we just got dunked on.
I mean, Anthony just got dunked into the mouth of a.
We avoid
Tree man.
all suspicious trees.
Okay. You choose to avoid this corpse of trees?
Yes.
Okay. Then you skirt around. Your journey's gonna take about an extra hour to get around the area.
That's fine.
But you manage to skirt around the trees with nothing seeming to happen. That will require one extra D100 roll from somebody though. Anybody can roll this one.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it. Whoever goes first gets it.
Oh, fuck.
59.
10 off of the match number.
That's the sex number.
Alright.
Nice.
6. No, that's not page 6. Correct that. Page 23. Okay. Okay, you
It's gonna
notice
be more tree bullshit, isn't it?
No, you actually notice the remains of an old road, seeming to be traveling in roughly the direction you're traveling.
It's a road mimic.
So, are there any horses?
There are no horses
We've
nearby.
got a
It's
moose.
it's an old cobbled road, like think Roman style. Definitely starting to give way to the swamp. It seems to lead back in the direction you are. Like, if I was to draw you onto the map, I have put you onto the map now, haven't I? Yes. So if you're like here, this new little dot I just drawn, and this road, you seem to have joined it as it starts going like that. It seems to have gone down like that. So you've just sort of reached it.
Nice. So, is the road following the path that we were taking?
Roughly.
Cool. I guess we'll.
You'd have to divert slightly and then divert back up towards the dry patch.
Is there any benefits to
so-
taking the road versus what we've been doing?
You're not in a swamp.
I'd say
No,
take the road.
It'll be easier travel for you. You're maybe less likely to encounter things.
That's what I said.
Uh,
Is there any benefits to taking the road?
Yeah. Actually, it's probably like that's as far as you can really see at the moment because can't see far.
I'm suspicious of everything, and I feel like it's going to be a road that just veers us off course.
Is it a road or is it a path? Sorry, I just popped back in.
It's like an old Roman road style, cobbled, but the
Mhm.
sides are starting to give way, and in places it's gone completely sunk into the swamp. But it's like it would make travel easier along your path.
Definitely marking it on my map. Could I make the assumption that maybe it leads to the giant ruin?
Yeah, I will let you make that assumption.
Yeah, I'm just curious where it goes to on the other way now. If we're going to the ruin, and this is just, like a far left assumption, it's possible this road leads to it, and it would make it a lot easier to go to. But we'll also it's kind of in the open though, right? Because it's a road, like the trees haven't overgrown it completely.
Yeah, this is There are trees here and there, but there's nothing directly blocking the part of the road that you can see. Say, every so often you'll see like a 10-foot patch that's not there before you pick up the road again. But yeah, it seems mostly there.
Why not just remain on the direct path and pick up the road in the morning?
Oh, I definitely think we shouldn't take this path right now. I think we should rest for the night. That's
I mean,
definitely
we
a
still
smart
need to
move.
travel. See where the dot is? Where the
Mhm.
yeah, that's where we are. We're still trying to get to the bigger, blacker circle.
But we wouldn't know that the road skirts close to it, do we? Or is it like flat to where we can see? I'm assuming half a mile or whatever away.
Basically, are we suspicious of this road? Is it going to fuck us up? Because this is a result of a roll.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um.
This is for your characters to decide.
I mean, do we think it's? Could I make a Arcana check to think if it's like, oh, this is a magical road that it's an illusion or something, or do I need to do like detect
you
magic
can
or
roll
something?
me a Arcana check to see if you can think of anything that might be on there.
Okay. I had to X down my character sheet. It's acting stupid. It won't let me edit it. So I've been trying to fix my AC this entire time. Um,
You should just have a thing.
I have a like mage armor modifier, and it when I unclick it, it's supposed to turn it back to 12. But
in
it
the
doesn't do anything.
modifiers or in
Mhm.
the
Don't put
armor.
things like that in the modifiers, put it down in the armors.
Yeah.
The modifiers, they're kind of funky. Have it as like another piece of armor down by where you would normally put normal armor.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe something's happening with this road. But with just an Arcana check, you can't really pick up too much.
Because I mean, I have a free detect magic I can just burn. That is instant. But I just don't know if it's like we're getting close to the end of the day, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with my 20 Arcana, do I feel like that I could probably like it's worth putting that resource to use, or
Well, you can definitely pick something up from the road, but you can't really tell much about it.
okay, yeah, I'll do a detect magic just to see if anything lights up.
The entire road gives off very, very faint, very, very old emanations of one second. Gotta remember what the fucking schools of magic are again. Because I have
Abjuration, transmutation, conjuration,
Illusion.
Avocation.
evocation, illusion,
Necromancy.
necromancy.
Necrocation.
necrocation.
Enchantment. That was the other one.
You find that this road is giving us very faint hints of conjuration.
Hmm.
Conjuration. Fuck.
Very faint hints.
I mean, I can spend 10 minutes and try and see if Identify would give me any more information. Try and use some spells to see if I can get some more information, but we can do that now, or we can wait till tomorrow if you want to just follow on the regular path. But, I mean, this could be a resource. I'll leave it up to the group to decide, though.
What school was it? Sorry.
Conjuration.
Let's take the direct path and figure it out in the morning, perhaps.
Yeah, let's do that.
She definitely marks exactly where it is on her map, and as much of it as she can see to try and, have a nice placeholder for it.
Okay. So you follow the direct path, and you do reach a fairly large area that kind of dries out a bit. There's a rise towards a hill. There's quite a few normal-looking trees around, but there's plenty of room up here to camp and create a lean-to.
Also, just a little side note, it's probably a far stretch, but like when she had her detect magic up, since she already used it, she would have glanced down at that signet noble ring, just in case it might be. She'd just like look and see maybe, or if it's just a regular ring.
Yeah, the ring comes out with a glow of enchantment magic.
What?
Ellie
Cool.
breathe.
Cool. Okay. Do I have a rough idea of like how far the enchanted or the conjured path is from where
Far
we
as you
are?
could see. As far as you could see.
So curious, but I'll by the time we bed down, I do want to identify that ring, and after we set up, I'm assuming Nora sets up camp like she usually does.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How are your
I'll do my
wounds, Antoni?
My wounds are perfectly fine. I'm still fully healed if your aid has ran off.
I will
just
be
about
when, yeah. We
now.
pushed on beyond the 8 hours, so yeah, it would be worn off now.
Yep. So I'm back to normal health because it just got rid of the 5 that it gave me.
Hmm.
Okey dokey. So, you guys bed down for the night, relaxing together. Watches are assigned, I'm assuming?
Yes.
I'll take first watch.
Did she study that ring though first, or?
Yeah.
yeah.
I do want to
You want to identify the ring?
Yeah.
Okay. You identify the ring, and one moment, and I will have it pop up for you.
Ooh.
Yes. At the moment, you can see there is an initial on the facing.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
I mean, I like rings, unless you guys really like rings.
Yes, queen.
I mean, I have no. I mean, anyone I would write a letter to is here.
Are you going to be making a mark of the current initial? Or are you just going to be attempting to attune to it, Adja?
Say that one more time.
At the moment, there is a signet on the ring, an
Yeah.
initial already in place. Are you going to be keeping a record of that, or are you going to be tuning to it straight away?
Oh no, she definitely sees the mystery of a fancy ring someone had, and they were eaten by a corpse mimic. So she's curious to who it might be.
Okay.
Is she going to
So-
attune to it though?
Mark it
anybody else?
down in the notes for the ring that you had. The initial signet was of a stylized J.
Jasper. Oh.
I mean, I feel like it's a ring we can keep and then attune to it as needed.
So keep it as is. Because
Like-
what if someone needs it as proof?
Okay, that works too.
If it ends up coming as, use.
Yeah.
So you're putting it away in your backpack. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not going to attune to it.
Okay. I will mark. So that's what you found. Yes, the watch goes on. Nothing disturbs your sleep through the night. However, at this point, it's probably a good place to end because I know that Ian has to go shortly, and I know that Crystal has to
Actually
go
don't
shortly.
need to go anywhere.
You don't?
No,
Did she not need a lift?
she did not because she is here.
We could
okay.
still call it early
Yeah.
since Crystal
Yeah,
has to
'cause-
leave.
Yeah.
Krista has to leave, and there's only 4 of you. I'm not
And-
running without
yeah.
one of you. This was a bonus anyway to get some
Yeah.
extra time, but that's fine.
Yeah.
You
I
fought
mean,
the
if I
corpse
come back and you guys are still up, I don't know if
Maybe.
you'd want to. I don't know, because I know time.
That's up to everybody else because I'll still be up.
Do we want to go through night watch at least, or
We said nothing happened.
oh,
Unless
I-
anybody has any plans they wish to do for this night. However, all of your weapons are no longer silvered at this point.
Yeah.
That only lasts an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh,
you
the
guys-
silvering only lasts an hour.
That's why I said it's something that could be useful, but it's something that
Okay.
it has to be like planned for. Because it takes me, like I'd have to spend 30 minutes working on all your weapons, and then y'all'd have it for an hour. So we would need to find where this person was, and we couldn't just like attack immediately. We'd have to be able to like retreat a little bit, tactful with it for it to help.
Yeah.
That's also why I said I do a Nora's first, because it's 10 minutes per weapon, and if we get interrupted in that 30 minutes of prep time, maybe hopefully a Nora's would at least be done. And you guys have magic if worse comes to worse.
So does that mean
True.
by the time you finish the last weapon, Anora's weapons lost 20 minutes?
I don't think so. I think it's just like
No.
all together at once.
Once
It's
a
one
D-
ceremony I'm doing, it just takes more time to do it.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Cool. All
It's
right.
not like I did a ceremony, put it to the side, did a ceremony, put it to the side.
Sign us off, Floof.
Okay. Well, thank you everybody for watching this short but sweet session of Knights Ordained. Join us on Saturday where we will pick this back up for another session. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Woo! See ya.